This poem is called The Black Maria, and it's the first section of a different cycle that's connected to the last one, but differently. After Neil deGrasse Tyson, Black astrophysicist and director of the Hayden Planetarium, born in 1958 in New York City. In his youth, deGrasse Tyson was confronted by police on more than one occasion when he was on his way to study stars. And he tells this story about, on one of the occasions, getting the cop coming because a neighbor called and he lives, and the cop ends up looking through the telescope. Wow. That version. Body of space, body of dark, body of light. The Skyview Apartments, circa 1973, a boy is kneeling on the rooftop. A boy who, it is important to mention here, his skin is brown, prepares his telescope, the weights and rods to better see the moon. His neighbor, it is important to mention here that she is white, calls the police because she suspects the brown boy of something, she does not know what at first, then turns with her looking his telescope into a gun, his duffel into a bag of objects thieved from the neighbors' houses, maybe even hers. And the police, it is important to mention that statistically they are also white, arrive to find the boy who has been turned by now into the suspect on the roof with a long black lens, which is, in the neighbor's mind, a weapon. And depending on who you are reading this, listening to this, you know that the boy is in grave danger, and you might have known somewhere quiet in your gut, you might have worried for him in the white space between lines 5 and 6, or maybe even earlier, and you might be holding your breath for him right now because you know this story. It's a true story, though miraculously, in this version of the story anyway, the boy on the roof of the Skyview lives to tell the police that he is studying the night and moon, and lives long enough to offer them the cops a view through his telescope's long black eye, which, if I am spelling it out anyway, is the instrument he borrowed and the beautiful trouble he went through lugging it up to the roof to better see the leopard body of space speckled with stars and the moon far off, much farther than, since I am spelling the thing out, the distance between the white neighbor who cannot see the boy who is her neighbor, who in fact is much nearer to her than to the moon, the boy who wants to understand the large and gloriously unhuman mysteries of the galaxy, the boy who, despite America, has not been killed by the murderous jury of his neighbor's imagination and wound. This poem wants only the moon in its hair and the boy on the roof, this boy on the roof of this poem with the moon in his heart, inside my own body as I write this poem. My body is making a boy, even as the radio calls out the Missouri Coroner's News, the Ohio Coroner's News 2015. My boy will nod for his milk and close his mouth around the black eye of my nipple. We will survive. How did it happen? The boy, the cops, my body in this poem, my milk pulling down into droplets of light as the baby drinks and drinks them down into the body that is his own. See it, splayed and sighing as a star in my arms. Maybe he will be the boy who studies stars. Maybe he will be, say it, the boy on the coroner's table, splayed and spangled by an officer's lead, as if he too weren't made of a trillion glorious cells and sentences trying to last. Leadless, remember the body's beginning, splendored with breaths turned by time into at least this song, this moment made, and the mackerel soul caught flashing inside the brief moment of the body's net, then whoosh back into the sea of space. The poem dreams of bodies always leadless, bearing only things ordinary as water, and light.